Wow, there's already another problem on the board. Let's give you a little time to write this one down. Number 30 from the same pages as your homework.
That's enough.
Okay, you wrote this down. Now in the last problems you were given a factor after this semicolon, and your job was to factor completely. Now in this problem you're instructed to find the zeros of the function, and they give you a hint. They tell you one of the zeros. So what would you do, Mr. Hammell?
The zero's at 10. So that's kind of like working backwards, I think. That means at some point I had something equal to 0, and then I got an answer of x equals 10. So working backwards, that had to have been x minus 10 equals 0. So I think that's telling me the factor is x minus 10.
Oh, so you're saying once you do this little step right here, you've just turned this into a problem like the ones you just did. They're saying factor this completely given one of the factors is x minus 10. But then at the end, you're going to have to do this to each of the factors to find the other zeros. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's try it.
So let's create some scratch space. We know that 4x to the third minus 25x squared minus 154x plus 40 is going to be equal to x minus 10 times something. I believe that's our goal, yes?
Yes. Cool. So maybe we could use this factor in some synthetic division to figure out our something. So let's see. X minus 10. So we're going to put a positive 10 in the box, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's kind of funny. It matches our 0. Put a positive 10 in the box. Here's our coefficients. And looking at these coefficients, I'm already a little scared. But thankfully, this is a 10. The multiplication shouldn't be too bad. Drop the 4 down. 4 times 10. And we're going to have positive 15. 15 times 10. Add those together. And finally, 4 times 10. Or negative 4 times 10. And there's our 0. That's good. We just found out that 10 is a 0 of the function, which they told us 10 was a 0. So do you want to write our other factor?
So working backwards, a remainder of 0, our constant term is minus 4, our linear term is 15x, our quadratic term is 4x squared.
Cool. Now, we know that this times this equals 0. One of our zeros is 10. We got that one. Now we need to look at this and see, can we figure out what the other zeros are? Can we factor that anymore?
Can definitely factor that.
Cool.
As is always the case, I spend about 30 seconds trying to factor this. If I can't figure it out in 30 seconds, I'll pull out the quadratic formula. So how about 4x times x, positive 4 times negative 1. Negative 1x plus 16x gives me 15x. Factors.
Cool. And let's remember our other factor here. And now let's actually find all the zeros. This 0 generated from this factor is 10. 4x minus 1 equals 0. I'd actually have to write that out.
I got it.
Okay.
4x minus 1 equals 0. Add 1 to both sides. Divide by 4 to both sides. 1/4 is another 0.
Cool. So our 0 here is 1/4. Thankfully, that one's not too bad. X plus 4 equals 0. So our last zero must be -4. So our zeros, the numbers 10, 1/4, and -4 are the only numbers we could plug into this equation for x and get a 0 for the function.
Sounds good.
Now, for the remainder of the class period, your job is to finish your homework assignment. It's on your fish sheet or your flower sheet. And you're welcome to use the help of your colleagues around you. And the help of the substitute as well. We do ask that you stay on task so you're ready on Monday with your homework complete. And on Monday we won't have any questions because you guys are good.
See you Monday. Have a good weekend.
Bye.